And I'm back. No, it's... But, by the time I post this video, I think I'll probably be at 5,000 views. Which most of my views are actually on a Legend of Zelda Skillet music video I made a long time ago. But, it's still cool. I mean, 5,000 views is a lot more than I expect, really. The whole idea for me to even post the gameplays on here isn't because I want to get paid or become a big YouTube like PewDiePie or Markiplier or Game Grumps or anything. Obviously, I'm not super hyper energetic like some of them are anyways. It's more I just want to play the game that I thought, play games I think are fun, or even play games that I think aren't fun. I just messed up. But play games to help people, more or less, with issues through the game. Like, I know people who still never finished this game. So for me, playing it, and then they can go back and watch it, they'll be like, oh, that's how you solved that puzzle, or something like that. That's also why I started the playlist for tips and stuff for, Kingdom Hearts. Was a friend of mine, me and him were playing Kingdom Hearts, not like in the same room together, but he's been playing it and I've been playing it, and I finished getting the ultimate weapon and stuff on there, and he hasn't, or didn't at the time, and he needed help getting, I don't remember what the item was, Serenity Crystals or something like that. Well, so, instead of me trying to explain it, which I tried to, but it's kind of hard to explain the strategy behind getting them, I decided that I was just going to point the camera at the TV and record it, and, I don't like uploading stuff through Facebook, because, I mean, I like Facebook better than Twitter, or, well, I can't even use Instagram, but, because my cell phone isn't that good. But, I don't really have a problem with Twitter. It's just, I grew up, originally, I got on MySpace. It took me a while to get on MySpace, because when I first had the computer, it was AOL. Because my dad didn't really understand what the internet was. Like, this was back in 2003, 2004. So, I mean, I could have got broadband or something like that for somewhere. But, my dad didn't understand exactly what internet was. So, I had to get AOL. And I used it forever, honestly. And, I lost track of what I was talking about. But back on the meat, helping him. So I decided to point at the screen, record it. Oh yeah, MySpace is what I was talking about. So I got on MySpace, and other people actually were getting off of MySpace at the time to get on the Facebook back before Twitter became super huge. And I already didn't get on my MySpace that often. Because of, I just didn't have the internet speed to do it with AOL. So, later on, I still barely got on it. Finally, my mom got a laptop. She was staying at my aunt's house. And I was actually able to get on it more. And then I moved in with my, fiance. And, her mom had bought her a computer. They had, the internet set up there. Crap. So I finally was able to get internet about the time I was 19. It's the first time I actually had full internet to myself. Well, not to myself, but I had internet that wasn't dial-up. Well, I mean, I guess I could say to myself, because the internet, back when I was using it, I had to use the phone line, hook it up, and had to take the phone from everybody for several hours. When, the song by, Lonely Island, I'm on a Boat, came out, I actually never heard the song before, but a lot of people were telling me I should hear it. So what I had to do was try to download the song off of YouTube in order for me to hear it. Well, not download it. I had to get it to load. Crap again. I had to get it to load on YouTube. I got up at I got hooked up around 1 a.m. that night, and I heard the first 15 seconds of it around, I think, 4 in the morning. Some dial-up stuff. And now I actually kind of overuse the internet. Like, currently I'm in the middle of uploading a video to YouTube right now while I'm recording, while playing this, and I have Google up and Skype up, Google Chrome and Skype, and I probably have some other programs running in the background all at the same time. If I try to do that with my AOL, I would have been so screwed. I would love to just have a podcast type of commentary thing. I mean, I don't have a script while I'm doing these, but I really don't talk too much anyways. But it's easier for me to like go on to talk to somebody through something like a podcast if I have someone talking back to me. Otherwise, I'll start losing track of what I was telling you. So. But on another note, I don't mind watching other YouTubers. I actually generally, that's most time I spend is watching other YouTubers. I generally don't like PewDiePie, but it's kind of because, I mean, I used to love watching PewDiePie back in his earlier episodes, but a lot of times, like when he started doing the I don't remember what it was. He started doing something with his name, and it started to annoy me. Like, kind of when you grow up with sisters or something, they start acting like animals or something, and they start walking around the house acting like dogs or something, and start making bark noises, and they won't have a conversation with you. They'll just continue doing what they're doing. This would have started seeming like to me. I've even thought about making a video where I unsubscribe to PewDiePie, but honestly, I mean, people might watch it, but generally no one would probably care. I think what his subscription base, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that watch his videos, don't get me wrong. Some of his videos still are good, just generally a lot of the indie games that he does, like I watched this video for this dude who was making a video game, indie developer. he was like, he was so worried about getting his game onto one of PewDiePie's videos, so then his game could try to become famous. That I was like, that's ridiculous. I mean, an indie developer understands that they do need help sometimes with selling the game, especially if they devote all their time and money into the game, that they really don't have time to worry about marketing or anything like that. So they would need someone who's a Let's Player to put that game out there. I think that's part of the reason why Minecraft got so big. But when like someone's developing a game and their only chance of that game selling is to get what they say is to get PewDiePie to watch it, it kind of makes it a little depressing. And then, I mean, I like watching Markiplier. Most of his videos of him playing games when he's getting scared like ridiculous. Which, I mean, some games he's played, I mean, I completely understand that. I played Amnesia or, Amnesia. I'm trying to think of more games. I can't think of it anymore. Like, I started doing the video for, what's that game called? About 1,000 Rooms or something. It's hard for me to remember names while I'm playing it. Spooky's House of Jump Scares. I think that's what it's called. I started playing that, which I do need to continue that because I haven't done a video for it in a minute. But I originally found the game through Markiplier, and I've picked up quite a few views of me since I've actually posted me playing it, which is cool. And I know an indie developer probably is what made it. I don't know for sure that indie developer made it, but I know that there's a high chance of someone being an indie developer made that game. So, because back when I was younger, I always thought I wanted to play video games for a career, but I never really got the education for it. My school didn't even have really education for something like that. That's why the big run sword's so overpowered. But I mean, I'm not a good inspiration to really look up to when it comes to education anyways, because I dropped out at 10th grade. And I know that I'm not a good inspiration, especially in my career choices in life that I made towards that. I mean, not to say I really regret any decisions I made, I keep wanting to make a huge change in my life by going back to school and trying to finish it and stuff. And with the choices I made, it's really hard for me to know. I'm not saying it's impossible. I know it's possible. But pretty much anything is possible as long as you really put forth the effort to do it. It's just with like my work schedule and like even me being on here, this isn't the only thing I do. I don't just play video games, go to work, go home, play video games. I have a wife. I have a life outside. I think most of my subscribers are actually my friends, so at least at this point. But it's kind of I need to start somewhere. And I'm actually, since we're about to move out of where I'm living at currently, we're moving in with Kat's aunt and her mom, which I lived with them before, and they actually pay the bills, unlike most people I've lived with, so I don't have to struggle with getting the bills paid and stuff on time. I can have money sitting aside for me to get an education, a higher education, not through like a regular school system, something that would be on my level of the school system. Because I mean, I made good grades at school. I was in 10th grade, and all the teachers still wanted to pass me when I wasn't doing any work because I was smart. Like, they gave me a test, I almost aced the test, and I didn't even study. I slept in most of the classes and stuff like that. I mean, I liked reading what was in the book. I liked listening to what the teachers had to say. The reason why I stopped doing the work was because I already knew I was getting pulled out. My dad wanted to pull me out because early in the 10th grade year, I was skipping school because it was more towards it was being boring to me, but it was also the fact that it wasn't nothing there I wanted to do, like for career-wise. I was going through a shop class to work on vehicles. I was going through a hardware computer class to work on the hardware computer, like putting it together and taking it apart. That's what we did half the semester, half the year in that class, was try to take a computer apart and put it back together as fast as you can, knowing the names of the parts. Which I understand you would need to know the names of the parts for a computer when you're working on a computer. But in a shop class, I was put in a shop class. There's nothing I wanted to do with cars. And I had to take that shop class for the 10th, 11th, and half of my 12th grade career for the credits. That the computer class to building it was only 10th and 11th grade. Then there was like a class for me to work on like building not building a scale model, what is it, like designing blueprints for a house or something was part of a class that I was going to be taking later. And I started taking a class that was the class that I knew of it from the week or two I actually took before I was pulled out, was like parenting. Which, I mean, I was like at least 16, 17. Why do I need to know parenting then? I mean, there's classes for it. Like, when me and Kat was trying to have our baby, we were actually looking up classes online and studying and stuff about what we need to do beforehand and make sure we have for him and everything. I mean, she was looking it up more than I was. I was watching this video. But what they were trying to teach us at school was really not much of what we needed at that point. Nothing that we learned, that I learned in school, I needed at all at that point. Even now, I mean, if I go back and try to get an education and stuff, I'll need what I know in school. But when I was going through school until I dropped out, when I dropped out to the point now, nothing I'd had learned in school I even really used except math. And I was already good at math. I mean, my problem is more towards grammar and spelling. I always seem to have a problem with that. Did I even get the master key? Or boss key? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I'm talking and just going with the game. Oh, looks like someone is here. I can't pronounce the name. He looks like it too. Kotake. I'm butchering the name if I try to read it. What an outrageous fellow he is, to intrude so boldly into our temple. Oh. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson. He. Oh, loyal minion. Destroy this intruder on our behalf. It's kind of funny they try to add some comedy to this fight. I don't know why. How dark this fight really is. The comedy is kind of... It's a misplaced comedy. It's like, oh, they're trying to be comedic. You laugh for a minute about it. And then you do the fight. And then this scene, you're like, are you for real? How is she still alive after the 7 years? Oh, where am I? Well, looks like she's back to normal. Sorry. I had to lean over for a second. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect amongst the Gerudo. Maybe we should take her work for the great Ganondorf for a little while longer. I probably didn't even read that right. Then we should brainwash her again, he. See, the comedy there is, to me, knowing what happened, it's kind of like, it's, I don't know how to explain it. This is weird. Alright. We probably have enough time to finish this boss fight. Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone. With my frost, I will freeze him to his soul. Twin robot. Keep missing. Okay, let's get serious now. Okay, okay. Double dynamite attack. This is probably one of the most unique fights in this game to me. Like, I think they should did more with the mirror shield like they did with this fight in this game. To me, this is totally one of the best fights in here. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, this dungeon is probably not puzzle-wise, but in mini boss to boss-wise, this is probably the best dungeon in the game. So puzzle-wise, it's not. It definitely isn't. So this is the cross line. Excuse me. Shoot, what a fresh kid. This time we'll get serious. Next time we'll get serious. What? Hey, what is that above your head? I don't know, but you have one over your head too. But I'm only 400 years old. And I'm only 380 years old. We're twins, don't try to lie about your age. We must go with a smile. Who are you calling? I don't know, I can't keep up. How heartless you are. Ungrateful and heartless like that, really. I'll come back to haunt you. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. And Link decided not to jump, which is odd. We're actually gonna make this video a little longer too, I guess. I mean, we're already at 30 minutes. And we're at this port, so might as well. The Chamber of Sages. Kid, let me thank you. He he he. Look what the little kid has become in the past 7 years. A competent swordman? A competent swordman. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and I used by Gandorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be a sage of spirit? And now I'm going to fight them as one of the 6 sages. Hee hee. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. Kid, no, Twint, the hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I give you this medallion. Take it. Dun, dun, dun. You received the Spirit Medallion. Nibiru is awakened as a sage and adds her power to yours. If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. I should have kept the promise I made back then. See, I don't know what her promise was. Twint, the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have awoken. The time for the final showdown with the evil king. The king of evil has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Alright, thanks for watching, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll actually about to finish this in the next video or two, so I'll be back.